And this idea that prayer is accepted there by the Kever of the Tzadik, who Yisod Muvan L'chol Dorish U'Mevakesh Havaya, is a foundational idea that's understood to all those who are searching and asking for Hashem, Shecholim Lisal Isham, Lispalel Sham B'Kavana Gadola, Me'umka Deliba, that are able to travel there and to pray with a great kavana, intent, and from the depth of the heart, and that your heart should be trustworthy, should trust that certainly your prayer will be accepted speedily there, because this holy place affects two things. The first is that you'll intend your heart, that you direct your heart in your prayer, because of your great belief in the Tzadik, that will fall upon you a great divine fear. And the second is that you trust that your prayer will be accepted there, so I guess you have more kavanah. And the haftacha itself, this that you trust that your prayer will be accepted, it has this effect as well. And this is to every one of Israel, even if they're not the student of this Rav, because this is from these reasons that we explained. Because you have more kavanah, and because that you trust that your tefillah will be miskabel. And how much more so to his students that are attached and tied to the light of his Torah, like we said. However, even those that didn't know him and don't recognize him, but didn't recognize him, while he was still alive, and only studied the works and the books, that the holy works that he left as a blessing after him, and get a pleasure from the light of the radiance of his Torah, and get strengthened through this in their service of Hashem. Just as these books teach him in the service of Hashem, to go in the path of Hashem. Certainly these people are also called the students, his students, because they have a connection to him also. Because they believe in the Tzadik, in this Tzadik, or Torah, so and receive from him the light of his Torah. Because someone who doesn't have any connection to him doesn't believe in him at all. That's why it's explained in another place that there is to each tzaddik in his generation a number of people that don't believe in him at all, and don't want to receive from him at all. When exactly the opposite, they might be negative and fight. And that's because these neshamas don't have a portion in this tzaddik at all to receive from him. So, like he said, that the emunah in him is a sign that you have a connection. The very fact that you believe in him. Because emunah is from the language that he brought up, he raised her and taught her. He taught Hadassah, he raised Hadassah, he taught her and brought her up a lashon of chinuch. To go back up to your source. So emunah, belief, is also from the language of to be attached to, and to be mechanech, and to go back up to your source, to have a connection with. And that's why Bnei Israel are called believers, because we have a connection with above, and we are a portion, a divine portion above, just like Hadassah was connected to and portion of, and even the wife of Mordechai. So too, the emunah of Bnei Israel with Hashem above hints to the fact that we have a connection to Hashem above, and our divine soul within us is connected and to Hashem. So the emunah is a sign of this connection as well. And that's why we're drawn to our source, because the emunah and their connection to our source are connected. Tzadikim, and the same thing is with the belief in the tzadikim lefishem shurashim, because they are these divine sources, these roots. And the branches are drawn to the roots, like it's explained in another place. And certainly those who study in their holy books, and conduct themselves according to the path of Hashem that they taught him, and have a pleasure and enjoy very much the light of their Torah. They're all called his students truly. And can connect their soul with a tremendous attachment, just as if they were alive. And we can bring a proof for this from a story that's brought in the Gemara. And the child of the house of Rav, that they saw the chariot, the spiritual chariot of Rabbi Chia Rabba and Gan Eden Mekalia Le'ena Benurachulu, and their eyes got burnt in a fire. And the next day they went and they prostrated themselves on his Kever, Amar Masnisa, the Marka Masnina, and he said, but I learned your Mishnah, Nisrape, and he got healed. That specifically because he learned his Mishnah, that's why he had the merit to gaze at him, and that's why he was healed, because he was able to gaze at him and get a brilliance from him and a light from him because of his attachment to him, and he learned his Mishnah in his Torah. Because this idea that he saw this chariot of Rabbi Chia Rabbo when it went up to the yeshiva in the heavens, this is certainly a spiritual vision, and not a physical sight. That this is truly through a state of the cleaving of the soul spiritually, and a removal of one's physical state. So again, that's a proof that if you study the Torah and are attached to it, Arav, so you're able to connect to them spiritually and get a spiritual nurturance, a hasagos, and yichudim and so forth from your Rebbe. That now it's brought in Tanya Kadisha that there's this other glimmer to the students, but it doesn't enclose itself inside the brains like it was before, but shines upon them from above an encompassing light, and this is from the elevation of his ruach and his neshama of the Tzadik el Makor Chotzva back to its source where it was carved out of, that is to the concept of the or the esrog orchard and so forth, fruit orchard, the holy apple orchard or whatever. So that's the concept of Malchus, the Knesset Yisrael, the source of the neshamas. And through this elevation of the nefesh to chapkal tapuchin kadishin, through this it's an elevation of the mind nukfin of all a person's deeds and speech and thought, and their Torah and their service, that they served all of their days of their life, and is planted in this a holy esrog orchard, oros elyonim, supernal lights. Perush Torah v'avoda hema oros ha'elyonim hischar mitzvah mitzvah chulu. What does it mean, the Torah and the service? These are the supernal lights, because the reward of a mitzvah is a mitzvah. So that's the Or Zarua Tzadik and so forth. In the Eretz Elyon. V'ha'oros ha'elyonim ilu me'irim al kol talmidav. And these supernal lights shine unto all the students, shenasu of the Havaya de Torah Suvavodaso, that became servants of Hashem through His Torah and His Avodah. And this glimmer, this plants in their hearts thoughts of repentance and good deeds. When it's called the growth of growths, meaning when you plant something in the ground and then things grow from that and things grow from that. So the offshoots of the offshoots are, so to speak, the effect of the sowing of the tzaddik in the ground, the maisim mitzvahs, maisim tovim, that the tzaddik plants, sprouts forth light, and that also grows from that other things, meaning the effect that it has outwards to his students. And this glimmer is in a hidden state. It's like the sun when it goes underneath the earth and shines to the stars, so that the stars should be brilliant because of the light of the sun that shines to them, as so to speak, when it sets. Like it's brought in Tikkunim and Moshe Rabbeinu she'achar petirasu nispashta ha'arasu b'chol dara v'dara chulu ad kan lashono. So his, after Moshe passed, so his glimmer, his light, shined to each and every generation. So matzdikei ravim kakochavim la'olam vad. So those tzadikim are like the stars forever. So Moshe is compared to the sun, and when Moshe is passing, so his glimmer shined into each and every star, meaning every tzaddik, forever in each generation. Look over there in Tanya Kadisha. So this glimmer spreads out upon all the students equally. Even to those that didn't recognize him. So this paragraph seems to speak of a light that's different than the lights that we talked about before, the 5 levels, and the light that you get as an attachment to your Rebbe as his chassid or student. But now here you have this concept of gidulin, of these lights that shine to everybody equally, regardless of what level of attachment you have. Even to those who didn't recognize him and alive. They only studied his holy books and had a pleasure from the light of the holiness of his Torah and his service. And what's further is that they also served Hashem according to his conduct. Like it says there, the language, I'll call Talmidav, on all his students. I guess Ukmo Omro Isham Alashon, I'll call Talmidav, like it says there, the language, on all his students. Shinasu of the Havaya al Yidei Torah Sovavodah, so they became servants of Hashem through his Torah and his service, meaning all those who are affected by him. Not just with levels of attachment of idealism, whom Moshe Rabbeinu Olav Shalom, and the proof for this is with Moshe Rabbeinu Olav Shalom, that his glimmer affects not just his students but all generations equally. The light of his Torah, and to all 600,000 general souls of Israel, like it's explained. That specifically when you study the Torah of Moshe, and that's why the student of Rabbi Chia Rabbi said, I learned your Mishnahs even if he didn't know him. And And you have to have this glimmer that shines onto him. That's why he merited to gaze upon him and see his light. The light of his countenance and the light that came from his Torah mitzvahs, the orders of the literal Tzadik or the Gedule Gedulin. But he says that this equal level that affects everybody, so that's even if you don't have the attachment, you're just a student. So he says that all of this that we described, that's again the fourth level. But this fifth highest level, which is the true concept of prostration on the graves of the tzadikim, to unite supernal unions, and to grasp their great concepts. So the point is that first he said that the fourth level didn't seem to have any benefit, any divine inspiration. Then he says that the truth is that it does, with his concept of Geduli Gedulim, it does have a glimmer, a light that does shine to everyone. But then you have a higher concept of the fifth level, to grasp higher ideas and secrets from Yichudim and Ishtadchus on the Kever. Like it says, you'll see your world to come in your lifetime. That you take a portion of Gan Eden in your lifetime truly, meaning to say that the nefesh, the ruach of the tzaddik, is in Gan Eden, and you're getting a light from there. So that's a portion of Gan Eden in your lifetime that's shining to you while you're alive, directly from Gan Eden, like the light, like the air of Gan Eden that surrounds you, the ruach, the wind and air that surrounds the tzaddik and surrounds you if you're a tzaddik. That when you elevate your nefesh ruach neshama above, to attach them to the nefesh ruach neshama of the tzaddik, hayoshev began Eden, who's sitting on Gan Eden, and getting a pleasure from the radiance of the divine presence, with grasping divinity truly. That on this it says, Hayoshev is baganim, that those that sit in the garden, chaveri makshivim lekolechachulu, your friends are listening to your voice, and so forth. The Kayal hamalachim, who are these friends that are listening to the voice? These are the angels, makshivim lekol hamshel anashamos hayoshvim began Eden, that listen to the sound of the souls who are sitting in the Garden of Eden. So to those tzadikim who reveal secrets of the Torah while they're alive, as they were alive in a physical body, so to the angels come to hear words of Torah from their mouth. And perhaps the implication is also the students. Like it's brought in the Gemara that the ministering angels came together with the singing and dancing of the Chassan and Kala, and all of them are listening to, like it says in Zohar, that all of them are listening to their voice and their words and so forth, the words of Torah, like the Matan Torah is Yom Chasunasa, I guess. And this is the revelation of the highest level of the soul, the Yechida of his nefesh, that's a revelation of the essence of his soul as it is above, cleaving to the living Elokim. That, I guess, if you have the Gilui of the nefesh at Tzadik, you're connected to the Tzadik on that level, and his Torah in Gan Eden, that the Malachim come to hear, and I guess you're coming to hear. So that when you cleave to the nefesh of the tzaddik on that level, it's a gilui of your yechidah shebenefesh. I guess with the yechidah shebenefesh of the tzaddik that's revealed above. And through this you merit the lower levels, which is the revelation of Eliyahu and Ruach HaKodesh. And like I said before, that the fifth level is speaking to the tzaddik. It's the words of the tzaddik, the Torah of the tzaddik. like it's brought in the works of the Arizal, that you to merit the Gilui Eliyahu and Ruach HaKodesh that's lower than this level of Gilui HaNefesh of the Tzadik.